What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we're going to quickly talk about AMC and give you guys an update today because I don't think today is the last day of the market. I believe the market's open tomorrow. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to look it up right now and restart this video. But we're going to talk about AMC today, break down what did happen, and obviously whatever the last day is or wherever it ends at, we will see an update from me before we get into the weekend and get into the week and all that stuff. Because obviously, I would love for AMC to end on a green day, but obviously we can't really predict that, and we still see the hedge funds constantly shorting. They're constantly shorting every single day. Institutions, banks, all of them shorting every single day, making negative moves into this position, trying to kind of manipulate things. And I don't really like to preach manipulation, but we see it. I mean, we see it every single day, and it sucks. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. If you want to check out the Profit Apparel store, feel free to do so. But let's go ahead and dive into this. We're going to start with the Ortex data. The Ortex data right now shows about 19% short interest of free float. We're looking at about 97 million shorted shares that's out there. We could see that the borrow to return share ratio is really kind of neutral there. So it's not really anything crazy to really, write home about. We are looking at a decrease in the shares on loan of 104 million. That's what we're looking at right here. The decrease was less than that. We're saying 104 million is there. That's the current shares on loan. We do see the utilization has decreased as well. That's down to 77.67. So what does all this mean? Not really anything. It doesn't really mean too much. All we know is that we're getting an idea of what those return shares actually are, what the borrowed shares are. It doesn't mean that they're actually shorting 1.7 million. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I like to throw that out there all the time. We are going to look at the chart exchange data, which, I mean, it just gets crazier and crazier every single day. Every time I look at this, I don't get shocked, but it's just ridiculous that they can continue to do something like this and short 54%. Right, 54% today. We're seeing 54% overall for the last 30 days, an average of 54%. That means that they're shorting this an average of over half the volume in 30 days, right? They are shorting this thing a lot. They are not giving up. They're not letting this thing run because we know that this is the time where it was supposed to make these moves. So they're shorting it extra as they go into it. Now, what does suck is not seeing that also being represented in the Vortex data, seeing they're shorting 54%. How does that line up with where it's at? It says 20%, short interest, right? It says 19% short interest. It says 100 million shorted shares. At this rate, if we line up all of these and we actually just take everything, and maybe I can paste it in Excel and actually get a breakdown for how many shares they actually shorted here throughout the whole thing. Let's see if I can actually get a breakdown. Maybe I can. That would be great. All right, so we actually have numbers here. So for today, the actual shorted shares, these are the amount that's short. This is the total volume, right? We can see the total amount that they actually shorted by just summing up this column and see the total amount. Let's see. So 154, or sorry, I'm seriously dyslexic. I don't know. 541 million shares that are short over the last, is that 30 days? Over the last 30 days or so. That's a count of 20. In the last 20 days there, they shorted 541 million shares. How is that physically possible? I understand, trading shares back and forth, the total volume, you can see buying and selling that's going back and forth. You can also see a huge factor of that being the total shares that's out there. Thank you for subscribing. What's that? Why? 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 I don't like that. I don't like that because isn't that the person that spams all the time? Why would they subscribe to me? Because they want to be up to date when I post a video. Is that why? Anyways, you can see here that out of the last 20 days, 916 million total shares, 541 million shares were actually short. And if I take this and I divide it by the total amount, we're going to get basically 59% in the last 20 days. 59% in the last 20 days, which is absolutely crazy to say. Absolutely crazy to say. Why am I getting so many subscribers as I'm recording a video? But thank you for subscribing. So there you go. Maybe I should take those alerts off. You know what? It's fun. Let's leave it on. But yeah, 541 million shorted shares, just to throw a number out there. That's how many shares were short in the last 20 days. And I don't know how that lines up with the 20% short interest that we're seeing over in the Ortex data, but it just doesn't make sense to me. And it never made sense to me as we looked into it. 19%, but they're shorting 541 shares. And when they short shares, they would have to be returning those shares right away. And we're not seeing a ton that's actually being returned. So how is this lining up? How is this making sense to anybody, right? So that's what we're seeing there. It's great to see that, because then we start to question a lot of things because it doesn't really line up. But let's get into what the actual stock did today. We could see here that we did see a massive decrease right from the start. We started to see an increase through the the pre-market. Well, I was going to say post-market, but the pre-market there, and then it did fall down heavily down to $26.82 before recovering and finding a strong recovery, bouncing off of a very, very low level. I don't really see too many levels of support, but bouncing off of a low level. Maybe it was somewhere around this level here. No, it wasn't around this level. It was down here. So I'm looking for a different level to where it can bounce from. But it has bounced, increased over the 50 moving average, VWAP, 200 EMA, getting to a level to where it actually saw a solid resistance closer to 30, 29.50, seeing a little bit of a resistance, seeing it pull back to about the 200 EMA before leveling out and dropping below the 200 EMA and kind of fluctuating and bouncing off of it there, creating more of a level format. I understand that technical analysis doesn't really mean anything in the grand scheme of things, because if it's going to make its move, or if they want to short it and they want to bring it down to a certain level, they can, right? We want to see these bounces because when we see these bounces off of support levels and resistance levels, that's normal people reacting. That's the everyday traders. That's the swing traders, day traders that want to get in on different support levels in order to drive the price up. And that's exactly what they see. You drive it up at different support levels. But if they want to bring the price down, they physically can bring it down. So it really doesn't matter to talk about any type of technicals. But I always like to look and see where things are going to bounce off of, because you always have that like 30% or 20%. That's, retail or not retail traders. That's day traders and swing traders that actually look to find these resistance support levels. So it's great to see there. But we had 36 million shares worth of volume. So pretty decent size volume, not a crazy amount, but pretty size. We did open up at 28. Closed at 28 as well, just down about 0.5% or 16 cents there. And we're down in the after hours market by, 0.442%. So today, all in all, it's crazy to say that we can get into these numbers. I think this number really means a lot, 59% and 541 million shorted shares. It just tells you a lot. It really does tell you a lot. So you let me know what you guys are thinking. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. I will do an update tomorrow. I believe the market is open. I know it's closed on Christmas Day and on New Year's Day, but I believe it's open on Christmas Eve and New Year's. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. Check out my Profit Apparel merch store. Also, check out all of my other channels across YouTube. I'm starting to upload on my golf channel a lot more, upload on my reaction channel as well. And we're just going to have a lot of great things out there. So if you guys want to check out all of that content and support me, feel free to do so. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.